All right, there we go. And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pastrami Nation podcast. We are the meat of pop culture. My name is Nolan Smith. I'm the editor and co-founder of Pastrami Nation. Joining me today, we have my fellow co-founder of Pastrami Nation, Jason Smith.
Hi, everybody.
We have the godfather of toys, Christian.
I'll never get used to that. I'm trying.
And we have a very special guest today from the Loyal Subjects. We have Mr. Sean Sallings. Welcome, sir.
Hey, how's it going? Happy to be here.
So today it's a special episode because we're going to just dive deep into action figures. We're going to talk about turtles. We're going to talk about toy lines. If you're tuning in and you're like, hey, what are you giving away? We always give away stuff. Next podcast, we're going to announce what our next prize pack giveaway is. We had such a great reception to the July one. So tune in next time and we'll let you know what that prize pack is. It'll be lots of good stuff. I guarantee it. But for today, let's go ahead and first, Sean, if you could tell us what you do over at the Loyal Subjects.
It's that's always a tough question throughout my entire career, because I tend to do a little of everything. I'm always I'm just always interested in all aspects of whatever my job is. Primarily I do design, and that goes from it's such a general term. I help with packaging design, figuring out color variants of characters, picking the actual colors, kind of stylization of the characters. We've got a sculpt team that's incredible, so I don't have to do much there. It's just so it's a little of that. It's a little ideation, and then I work with some of our retail partners a little bit, figuring out how we can best utilize the space we've got, and some marketing strategies. I also do a little bit of photography. It's something I've gotten into recently and really enjoy. I'm not very good at it, but there's always room to grow. I tend to like the kind of lifestyle photography, much like what you did on our Casey Jones, which I sent you a note that the photos you took are awesome. They're so much fun.
Thank you.
And so I really like doing that. Really just all aspects of the job are just enjoyable. So I try to do as much as I can.
That's awesome.
No, that's great.
Yeah, and that's how it works all the time, right? Like we never just wear one hat. And we wouldn't want to, right? We like to dive into different things and try different things. How long have you been with the Loyal Subjects?
It was, so I guess it's about 1.5 years now. I started in January of, I guess that was 21. Yeah. Which is, that's a testament to how strong the company is. Bringing on somebody mid-pandemic, that's always a scary thing, but we've got such an awesome following that we were able to sustain and grow through the pandemic.
So how long? I'm sorry. How long has Loyal Subjects been around? As a collector, it seems like all of a sudden you guys kind of grew out of nowhere and just have all of these awesome licenses, and that's really cool to see. So I don't know if you can give us a little bit of background about
it. Our CEO, Jonathan Cathy, he started this, I think, 15 years ago. And we've got where we got our kind of biggest following and gained a lot of traction was Action Vinyls. They're just these. Here, I'll go grab one real quick. They're just highly articulated, mini figs, effectively, that that have just a ton of personality and character and are just like so.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
so cool.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, I brought one too to
skeletal.
show off.
Oh man, the
Oh,
Shredder.
see, there you go. I used to have all the
Uh,
He-Man ones, man.
Those
Those are
He-Mans
so
are what
Yes.
drew me in, like full force, you know?
My favorite is my Randy Savage. I'm just
Yes.
a big Randy Savage fan anyway. So
Oh, yeah.
Ooh yeah.
so Action Vinyls has a huge following. I mean, there's still like a lot of our fans are just really hardcore about them, and they're so much fun. So as far as like the licenses, you know, it's he Jonathan had just a ton of licenses he worked with, like, you know, obviously He-Man, Turtles, Power Rangers, just all sorts, Transformers. It's yeah, they go pretty deep on Action Vinyls, and so the kind of kick you referred to is about 2 years ago. uh Jonathan kind of took a deeper dive into the action figure world with Best Action, and it's they're I mean, I'm obviously biased, but they're incredible figures. Like the amount of articulation at the scale and the amount of detail at the scale for a sub $20 item is just unreal. And so Best Action has been blowing up, and I think that's where it kind of seems like we're coming out of nowhere. Is just this growing line is just blowing up.
I would say that definitely. Like, just uh, with the stuff we saw over at Comic-Con, and you showed us that stop motion you did of the turtle on the skateboard, and just that kind of articulation to be able to do that, it's
Yeah.
just like, wow, on a small scale figure is awesome.
Mhm.
Like, you're really
Yeah.
getting your money's worth with one of these guys, you know?
Definitely, yeah, and especially with when you think about it, like I was able to do that with a turtle who, you know, you lose. I say lose, but some of the articulation isn't there because of the shell. I mean, the shell front and back aren't going to allow like a whole lot of range of motion, but we still have that motion in there. Like there's still the parts in there that can, you know, adjust and twist and bend forward, so you still get that articulation. Yeah, it's unreal. I mean, just, you know, doing like that stop motion, getting the motion of the kickflip, where, you know, you've got the foot sliding up and then the toe flicking out, and you're able to do that with this, you know, this action figure. It's crazy. They're just awesome.
That's great.
Very nice.
So you guys are located in Los Angeles, or you guys are here in LA? That's cool. Are you local too, or?
No, I'm actually in Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our design team is in Arkansas, and the story behind that is, so I used to design for Walmart, and, you know, Walmart's based out of Arkansas. So I designed for Walmart, and then I designed for an agency, and that's how, through that creative agency, is where I met Jonathan, and then you know, built the relationship, and then when the, you know, opportunity was right, jumped over.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
It was a good jump.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's I tell my parents that I had to find a job to justify all of the watching movies and playing video games I did growing up. So
Nice.
Right.
You kind of found the perfect job right there then.
I can just pull that knowledge, and it seems like I know what I'm talking about.
You are living the dream.
So a lot of like toy companies right now, especially like with the action figures, they kind of range within like the 6-inch scale, or even like up to the 7-inch scale. You guys are very much in like the 5-inch scale. Is that, am I correct in saying 5-inch? Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a 1/15.
So was that like on purpose? You guys chose to like kind of fill that void of like
and Jonathan's vision for Best Action was to bring a I think like a Japanese style figure, with like that scale, with that amount of articulation, because there aren't many that have this much articulation, especially like at this scale. So he wanted to bring that here, and at a price point that's a fraction of what you'll pay for a competitor.
Right. Yeah, I think like it's definitely has like an appeal, I think, to the size. I think eventually if you guys expand into like vehicles, I think it's like reasonable for the scale. You know what I mean? It's like not doing vehicles for like 7-inch figures or anything. The paint jobs are impeccable. Like you guys have like super clear, especially for the scale. Like really
our factory, they knock it out of the park. I've seen a few one-offs where something isn't lined up, but I go through the store pretty frequently and just check out check out our section, and I pick them up, and the detail is like the deco is crisp, and placement's perfect, like on all of them. It's
it's not easy.
Cool.
I mean,
right.
I got this guy
there. I love that. I love Shredder so much.
That is like probably one of my favorite.
Review this guy.
I know, right there too.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the animated one. It's and like we were talking about at Comic-Con, Sean. Like it's you're here to decide on characters like that you want to do, and you got to decide on things that you thought would be interesting or that you grew up with. Like that, like the Letterman jacket turtles.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's here I'll show. These guys.
Yes.
I can't wait.
I absolutely need that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's crazy because those were like we did those for our street gang. I think I've got one sitting around here somewhere. But we just kind of we're able to come up with cool ideas like that. Like I hadn't seen a turtle wearing a Letterman jacket before, and then I was able to make it a reality. So it's still surreal to me that I'm able to create some Ninja Turtles, this thing that I've been a fan of since I was 3 years old. Now I'm making new ones. I don't think that is ever gonna be like seem real.
No, that's never gonna sink in. You are making your dream,
It's
I need those Letterman turtles so bad.
So they're gonna be in Target, I think sometime this fall. We've got those in the Windbreaker ones and the regular street. Yeah, nice. I've been setting up some photography with those guys. I'm really excited to be able to share that.
That's a lot of fun. Do you guys have like the obviously turtles? You have like oh my god, Avatar. I saw the Kiss figures, Lord of the Rings figures. Are there licenses that there might be some licenses you guys have that you're working on that you probably can't talk about, but are there some licenses that you personally wish you guys could get a hold of?
There's one that I think every toy company wishes they could get a hold of, and I've wanted to so bad, but apparently it's just like not a thing that happens. I would love to do Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
I mean, it'd be perfect, but I mean, they make so much money with the game that it's like it'd be a headache for them to deal with consumer products, and they've done when when you're talking about I used to make kind of like figures for kind of the collector editions of games and stuff, that reminded me. There was a for GTA 3, they did a like a statue of the protagonist, and it was incredible. It was so nice.
Yeah, that, I mean, that would, I know. I think like that's kind of anything that like they're doing. I would take some Red Dead figures too.
I was about to say, Rockstar has so many great licenses.
Dead Rising.
Don't see anything.
Yeah, so, I've heard stories where it's people ask, and they just people have tried, and it's just Rockstar just not really that interested. So right. maybe one day, but that I think that's the one where I'm just like would love to do, because I mean it normally would be Turtles, but I obviously get to do that, so yeah.
Are there any upcoming turtle characters that you can talk about other than what we've seen already?
There are upcoming turtle characters is probably all I feel safe saying, and there are plenty that I am awesome. Beyond excited about. Like I'm just extremely excited for what we're working on. There's going to be so much there. It's
Oh my god!
There's so much potential.
Next year's going to be a good one.
Oh man, yeah. My mind's racing with the old cartoon memories, thinking like, who's it going to be? And I understand you can't say definitely, but oh man, I can't wait to see who's going to pop out.
Yeah,
that's going to be so cool.
Yeah, there's
totally
so much,
understand.
There's so much Turtles content out there between like everything. We showed these in a photo that we posted one time. They're kind of in the background, but like here's one that is
nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so those will be coming very soon. I think fall as well. There's a lot to be excited for.
So as far as like TMNT goes, there's obviously like a number of other companies that are putting out figures as well, right? And so like between like NECA, Super 7, you guys and Playmates, are you guys actually like paying attention to what they're releasing and what their release schedule is? Or does that not matter to you?
Well, so Paramount, Nickelodeon, they're just an excellent partner, and they've got like they work strategy to make sure that no two companies are really cannibalizing each other's lines. So we pay attention, and then we've got our licensing partner that kind of keeps track of stuff. So there'll be some overlap, but for the most part they try to make sure that everyone gets like each company gets their shot at like keeping the lanes clear and realizing the vision without everyone putting out the same figures, just because it's better for everyone with the variety.
So right now, like as far as the figures go, it seems as though like they're all based on like the original series, like the 87 series. Do you guys have plans on like expanding into like other cartoon series from the Turtles, like later series from like the 2003 series, or?
We've got more Turtles coming. I can't.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
Keep it at that.
That's fair.
I mean, like I said, there's just so much to choose from with the Turtles that
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just.
You have to do a Triceraton, though. All the other companies have done one. I need one from you guys too. So I can have a Triceraton from each different company.
Cool. Noted.
I'll take that as a yes.
Well, and I like how you're not just doing like cartoon ones, because I had picked up a Comic-Con exclusive, the Foot Soldier, that actually had the logo for the comic book.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's super cool, because the comic, that's what spawned everything.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool that you're bringing that design to it as well. And I see a lot of turtle love going on in the comments right now.
I'm sure I want some punk frogs going.
I see Pablo said, "What's up?"
We've got this
Shredder. See.
And then and like these are outside of the cartoon line, which these are some of my favorites.
Video game, right?
The game,
the damaged flashing, like it's so good. And then
how genius was that? Nobody's ever done the damage flashing version of
but we all remember it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it was so obvious. I'm like, oh, like this is so cool, because everybody remembers playing, Turtles in Time, and you get them low health, they start blinking, like,
and you're like trying to kill them, and they keep blinking faster and faster. You're like, die.
I usually die before I got them. They were still blinking, and they killed me.
Yeah, like then we've got this pack, which is the
look at dang.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that red shredder.
Yeah.
And
then
that paint job on that guy.
Yeah. I need to get that.
Yeah, this is this is through Diamond.
Awesome.
Like the red bandana turtles.
Well, they all had red.
Yeah, it's
so cool.
2 of these packs. So one of them has 2 turtles, the Elite Foot and Shredder, and then the other one has the other 2 turtles and 2 foot soldiers.
Nice.
And we actually did a different sculpt on the foot soldier too, apart from these guys. So it's the more true to the comic, where their arms are a lot buffer, and they're sweet. They're real sweet.
The head's a little different, right?
Heads, right?
Yeah.
The
we've got like the bandana head with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I love those things. I was texting JC after Comic-Con. We had a box that got shipped to the booth that I guess maybe was on the bottom of the pallet or something, and had some crushed foot soldiers packaging in it. So I was able to snag those guys for photography. So now I've got Shredder with his army.
That's
nice.
Super cool. Oh man! So Sean, I got to ask, who is your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle character?
Raphael.
Oh, there we go.
Good choice.
Nice.
Classic there.
Been a Raph guy since like age 3.
Sean, you said before you came in to Loyal Subjects, you were working at Walmart. Were you into action figures before all of this, or is this like kind of like?
Yeah. So it's funny. So my team at Walmart, it was we were kind of just like the not corporate bunch, because all of us had just action figures all around our cubicles, and like it was. Yeah, I've been into action figures for I mean, I can't remember if there was a time where I wasn't really into them. I mean, I really started like collecting and stuff around, when I was at Walmart, just because, I couldn't let the rest of the team one up me.
Nice.
You can't.
So
definitely. And what other stuff do you collect? Like, what other figures lines what are you into?
It's kind of like fluctuated over time. Like I like some of the QMX stuff. Like they've got some really nice little statues. Like I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so nice. I've got like some of their Spider-Man stuff. And then some like old like Terminator stuff, like the I think like the NECA or McFarlane stuff.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good old T1000.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, it just like stuff like that, and the old NECA RoboCop is awesome.
Yes, I have that.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a good figure.
Yeah,
I have that, and then that robot RoboCop. Remember they did like the one that wasn't him; it was the robot, and it came with like that dog.
Oh yeah, it was like that mashup.
Yeah. And then they just
that was interesting.
They didn't do anything else. RoboCop. I was like, ah.
Yeah, I saw. I forgot who it is that makes the is it the Ed 209? That like giant walker thing.
Yeah.
I know that. Yes, that's not
NECA.
I think NECA made one, and then Haya made a.
Yeah, I think it's Haya is the one I was. Yeah, that thing's so sick.
Yeah, I don't even remember who made this. I saw that Frankenstein's and just bought it.
9 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Funny. I think there's like those movies that like maybe we all can relate to this, but like I was way too young for RoboCop. I was like 5 years old when that came out, and it was my favorite thing. I remember I asked Santa for like an Ed 209, and I think if Santa has ever seen RoboCop, he probably would not have given that to me.
Yeah, my brother and I were having that conversation the other day where it's so funny, like having, because these weren't even sold in like there wasn't a collectible section back then. These were sold like in toys, like Terminator and RoboCop, and it's like those movies were not for children at all. Those are the movies where you snuck in the hall and like looked at the TV while your parents were watching them.
Yeah. Because I mean now there it is like an adult collectible, right? Like I remember like 2005 and like they like Mezco was putting out like Scarface action figures, and when they were clearly for adults, but it was like I don't know, I could just imagine like a 12-year-old like say hello to my little like, you know what I mean? Like
that's like crazy. KB. Remember the McFarlane movie Maniacs and all those, like in the Twisted Fairy Tales. I remember seeing those on the shelf at KB, and it was like the Mrs. Claus one where she's basically a stripper on a candy cane pole.
Yeah,
I'm like,
oh, you have that in the toy section.
Yeah, and it's. I remember the only thing that anyone did with, you remember the old Terminator hand that you like put your hand in and you like, if you didn't make that, flip off, then you didn't have a child.
We all did that at some point.
Like that's the only thing you do with that.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Now the Lego Infinity Gauntlet does that.
Exactly. Kevin, what's up? Glad to see you in the chat.
Oh, hey, Kevin. Yeah, we'll miss you, man. Yeah, we got a lot of comments going on, but a lot of turtle love, of course.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Also, I got to bring up something from Comic-Con, Sean.
Yeah.
So,
yes,
you being a massive turtle fan, lifelong turtle fan, I know for a fact that you got to meet Kevin Eastman, who was at the booth, but you also met somebody who worked on the original toy line. So, how was it talking to these people that spawned what you're doing now?
It's crazy. So, my coworker and I were walking around. We were walking the floor, and he's like, "Hey, did you see this booth that has like these just different types of turtles? Just like they're unpainted. They look like protos." And I was like, "No, let's go check it out." So we went to the booth, and I was like, "Oh man, these are all the turtles I grew up with. Like I had all of these." And so I was, walked into the guy's booth, and I was like, "Hey, are you like, resculpting all these classic turtles?" And he's like, "Resculpting?" And I was just like, "What?" So I obviously got their book.
That's so cool.
It's got like all of their old sketches for.
I had that baseball Raphael.
Yeah, one of the best ones is the where is he?
That's so cool.
This guy.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think my brother had that one.
Yeah, and then it's funny because one of the guys that did all of these, he was like 18 when he got the job working for the studio designing these Ninja Turtles, and like that one is just
The
Oh my
rapper.
Really dates
God.
it. Flava Flav.
yeah.
wow.
And I was like, oh, it all makes sense now because like he's like a 20-year-old dude in the 90s. Of course, he's gonna make a Flava Flav turtle. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Why
I mean,
wouldn't you? That's what you're into at the
Yeah.
time.
yeah, exactly. So, no, it was crazy. Just being able to meet like
What
both
is that book?
sides.
What is that?
It's
Could you hold that up again? Just I
yeah,
want to see
it's
that. I need to.
Warner Studios.
Varn, I need that. Absolutely need that.
Yes, it's
Mental
So
note.
cool.
I just found it online. Yeah, I'll send it to you,
Mhm.
Jason. I'll send you the link.
there's another book by a guy I know who he put this together.
Rad plastic.
Rad
Yes, I've heard of
plastic.
that.
Already awesome. So good.
Yeah, the cover's incredible, and it's kind of the same thing, but it's more of like a like Toys That Made Us type of take on it. Like it's like actual like photos of the product and
Grateful Lake.
Oh,
yeah, and shows some of the really weird ones that never made it past approvals, like the where is he? The guy that has the gun that shoots like snot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that guy.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm looking up all these books and bookmarking them and saving them.
yeah.
It's so cool.
The funniest thing is the farmer turtles. Like, it just never made sense to me. But
Yeah. Just
I had the Bandito Mike with the sombrero and the
Yes.
little cactus friend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, those ones were. You couldn't really make those now.
No. Different
No,
times,
you
you know. Oh yeah, turtles will get shut down so quick.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
man.
some variants we try and chase, but there's some we definitely avoid.
Right.
Yeah,
they were definitely time era specific.
the
For,
farmers need to stay on the farm, huh?
Yeah. So
yeah.
speaking of meeting Eastman, like that was insane. Like, and he's like the sweetest person ever. He's such a nice guy. Like, he stayed probably an extra like 45 minutes to an hour at our booth, making sure everyone who was in line was able to get their stuff signed. And he didn't we even asked him like, hey, do you want to, kind of limit it to like, 2 items per person just to, because the line's, moving. And he's like, no, I'll just whatever people want. Like,
That's so cool.
It's like, man, that guy. But to have him sign this, so it's packaging I designed, and to have him sign it, and he gave me a fist bump on the design.
Oh,
That
Like,
was awesome.
That's
That's
man.
awesome. That's so
that's
cool.
life right there. Like you just won
Yes.
life.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing I've designed is the logo grease stain.
That's so good.
That's a classic right there.
Oh,
That's excellent.
man.
It's yeah. But to have Eastman sign it and write Cowabunga, it's like, yeah, that's all right.
That's a
That's a
grill
treasure.
right there, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
But he was such a nice guy. We waited in a short line to meet him, and he was so cool. He sketched Casey Jones on our Casey Jones figures, and
Mhm.
we've met a lot of different big creators and whatnot. He was just so cool. He didn't
Mhm.
rush you through. He actually made eye contact and talked to you.
Yeah.
It was something because like you don't get bigger than a name than him at Comic Con, right? Like you see these
Right.
people running for
Yeah.
whatever stupid thing they're running for, and you're like, Kevin Eastman's right here. You know,
Yes.
like
and he was
you have a
like,
turtle
he was there-
childhood because of him.
Yes, and he was there signing like every day, like sometimes multiple times a day. I mean, he's just a guy who like truly loves all of that, and like getting that big and still being a good person is kind of rare.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
We've seen the bad side of that. So it's so cool to see the good side. And like he
Mhm.
signed at Loyal Subjects. He was at IDW. Like this guy was everywhere. I follow him on Facebook and like he
Mhm.
was everywhere. Like the
Yeah.
guy didn't take time to like relax, but
And
we all appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Definitely, yeah. And we were extremely lucky to have him. And Joe Semko was at our booth that same day signing, and he's the same thing, just a wonderful person.
That's awesome.
How cool to be able to get so much talent, to come by and do things for for the fans right there. And in no bigger stage, of course, than Comic-Con. I mean, that's
right.
That's
awesome. It was probably our best con. That put it over the top,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was right at, I think, I want to say day one for us. And we were just like, we're done. Like, we could have just stopped right there. And it was definitely it's probably the best highlight out of, I don't even know how many years we've gone to Comic-Con. Jason probably knows. But that was probably the top highlight of Comic-Con throughout the years, because he's the man.
Yeah.
And to be able to come by and just chat with you guys, talk about the little subjects. And I mean, the evolution, man, like from the Action Vinyl to the Best Action, like you said, both still have their fans, because they're both still amazing products. I know, like Lord of the Rings was just released for Action Vinyls, and then Lord of the Rings is also released for Best Action.
And some of the Lord of the Rings for Best Action is crazy. Like the deco on Aragorn is just insane.
Look at that.
And this is a 5-inch figure. I mean, especially if you're like an action figure collector, you're like, whoa, like that's a big deal. Because we see like 4-inch figures from like other companies. Not going to throw any names out, Marvel, but like the paint apps and everything, the sculpture, you're just like, like they could have did more. So to see a smaller scale one.
A lot of like repaints, people will get different ones and be like, oh, I fixed the eyes, on this, but I haven't seen any repaints of ours, but bound to happen. It's just our stuff's it's just good. And the likenesses as well, like they're just
that's
Orlando Bloom.
That is so cool. Mine's sitting somewhere. I haven't got to him yet, but he's here.
Nice. Yeah.
He's still at Helm's Deep.
Trying to think if there's another one on my shelf. I'll be able to show. This guy's pretty popular.
Yeah,
man,
that was
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, people have been going crazy for this one, and he just hit my local Walmart. There were like a pretty decent amount of them. I haven't checked lately to see if there are any left, but I know that he was hard to find one for a little bit, but I think they've really started like flowing into stores, so going to be a lot more available. And then another line I'm just really excited for are these guys.
Those are so cool.
Oh yeah,
they're just, it's so cute, and like there's so much personality packed into this little guy. And we've got a bunch more that we're working on, but like Black Panther.
Oh, so that's super cool, man.
And Thor, and this Thor is blacklight activated. So you turn a black light on. Let me cool. Grab my black light.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Nice.
Those are perfect for the desk.
Yeah, and they've got so much personality, and it's I don't know, there's so much character just in this little figure or I guess like this little. They're called Superama, so it's like a little diorama. They've got like background element that comes with them. Plug this guy in. So this store was our San Diego exclusive. So when you turn a black light on,
that's cool.
Oh man,
get the lightning around his eyes.
I didn't realize there was black light, man. I would have scooped that up. That's so cool.
Yeah, I really love that one. This Black Panther is also.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. And then
that's a good
Groot. I doubt I'll be able to show it because it's light, but he Yeah, there we go.
Legend of the Dark.
Oh,
Sweet.
Yeah, and the glow on it's just our glow is unmatched. I mean, it's so bright. I mean, it's like glow in
look
the
at
light.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you guys know how to do a glow in the dark. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So like Superama, I'm just very excited about because they're perfect for just displaying on your desk.
Now, can you touch all of the Marvel Universe with Superama?
We're starting with kind of comic, and we're gonna see.
Can you do Spider-Man villains?
We can. We've also got Spider-Man.
Oh, see, look at Spider-Man.
Oh my
And
god! If you
yeah,
guys did a
great.
cardiac, that would just send me to the moon. I think.
So you got to look up Cardiac. It's Jason's favorite villain ever for Spider-Man. He's probably been in a total of 10
And he has
issues.
yet to ever get an action figure. I think they
He's
made
never
a
had an
of him.
action figure.
They made Eel and Boar Man or whatever before they've ever made.
oh
a
man,
Cardiac.
yeah. Oh no, he's awesome.
Yeah,
I
Right,
guess
with the lightning. And...
Yeah, the
Perfect
closest
for
thing you
Black
probably
Light.
got was like that like Spidey suit that was similar in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good villain.
He had to throw that in.
I had to. It was a cry for help.
Yeah. One day, Jason. One day Cardiac's going to come out somewhere.
Mike in the comments, yes. Yes. Still kind of like figuring out exactly the strategy for it, but I can tell you, yes, there will be more action vinyls coming up, and they're going to be awesome. So, stay tuned on that.
That was very like the action vinyl craze when the gold ones and the Club 28s. It was just insane, you know.
It's crazy seeing just the passion for them.
And just going to that dinner, the loyal subject dinner they had at the Tender Greens, that was awesome. Like, and it was one of the coolest experiences I've had during a Comic-Con as well. And everybody was just cool talking about their action vinyls and stuff because that was the big thing right
trading
there.
what they got, and
yeah,
I remember like they gave all of us one, and like somebody had a Predator. I forgot what I had. They're like, "Oh, I'll trade you." I was like, okay, I mean, Predators are awesome. Why wouldn't I? But you know, it wasn't any kind of like, oh, you know, I could throw that up on on the eBay or whatnot.
No,
it was just fans of the figures, you know, and the action vinyls are just. They were they still are some of the coolest figures. I know people probably look at them and think, oh, they're little, they don't have much. No, they had so much accessories and articulation, and the sculpt and everything.
And so many variants, like glow in the dark, you know, clear, like
battle damage.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much, and yeah, like you said, the articulation. I mean, for like this small of a figure, getting all that articulation is insane. They're sweet. So yeah, I'm excited that we're gonna be doing some more of these, and I know a lot of the TLS fan base is going to be pretty excited about that as well.
I think so. Yeah, and I posted this in the TLS group too. Oh, go ahead, Jason.
Oh, I would say I'd love to see you guys touch Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct from the '90s. Like, you guys would probably blow this thing out of the water with that.
I would too.
It'd be a nice blend of if you did, vinyls and you did some of the best actions,
Best action full gore. Like, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
T-Hawk.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Chief Thunder. T-Hawk was Street Fighter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Chief Thunder. I think. I think we had some Street Fighter action vinyls back in the day.
Fighters, yes.
Yes.
I had a few of those.
Mega Man and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. There were so many awesome action vinyls. The one that I really wanted and never got my hands on, which is funny to say, working for the company that makes them, is the Final Form Pennywise, where he's the spider.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And I wanted that one flocked, but apparently there was only like one because it was kind of like a test, and the flocking didn't really work well with it or something. So didn't take to. I can't remember the whole story, but a flocked final form Pennywise.
That would have been awesome. Yeah.
We've got a we're messing around with like a little bit of flocking on like a Groot, like flocked moss.
That would be
perfect.
Cool.
Perfect for a Groot.
Yeah. I really like coming up with just different color treatments and variants and exclusive opportunities and stuff. The blacklight was one of our sales team. Like we were kind of like all just talking in a meeting, and she threw out like, "What about blacklight?" And I was like,
"That's awesome!
Of course,
like that's a really good idea." Yeah.
Well, hey, those turtles, that 4-pack of them, they're all purple, like the shaded ones. That's just like, who does a cool colorway like that?
Yeah, man, those things. I love all of our turtles. But those ones, like, we're the first to do these blue turtles. And yeah, here they are.
Yes.
See, look at that.
Cool.
I mean,
how cool is that?
That's so much fun.
Yeah, and the idea is, in the comics, they would because inks were limited because it was like a small studio. In order to draw something in the shadows, they would have the shadows be black, but then they couldn't draw it white. I mean, they could, but they're using the blue ink to give it some contrast, but still show that it's in the shadow. And so we kind of like that.
Look at that.
Yeah, and our packaging, that's one thing that.
Yeah, that sets you guys aside from everyone.
Yeah, I'm really like our.
That's.
I love the pizza coupons on the bottom. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's so good. Like we try to make, especially with our 4-packs, make the packaging like really special and try and go deep. Just on the actual, like on this one, I looked at some of the pizzas that they referenced in the cartoon, and I put some of those ingredients around, like peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and I think that's like a marshmallow and jelly, or no, that's tuna fish, peanut butter and jelly.
Yummy.
That's pickle and pepperoni, and then marshmallow and pepperoni up there.
So cool.
Yeah, and just like little details like that, our team just really tries to go deep on. Like got best pizza right there.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So like packaging is it's one of my favorite things where that's where you can kind of like really be an artist on. And I'm not calling myself an artist because I don't do most of our packaging. Our other designers are they're so good. So I try and interject some stuff when I can, but they just have better ideas than me usually. So
it looks fantastic, awesome. Man.
Yes, very much.
Now, Sean, I know you're a gamer. Mm-hmm. What are your big games right now that you're playing?
Man, that's tough. I feel almost embarrassed to admit this, but I like playing Call of Duty. I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that. I like that too.
I know it's fun.
Yeah, right.
But obviously, Shredder's Revenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was just fun. It was perfect. I mean, it was just like a new retro game. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know. Obviously, I play some Mortal Kombat because that's just always going to be good. I've actually been kind of thinking like what my next game or couple games should be, just because I'm kind of getting in a lull where it's like, it's almost a routine to just play the same thing. So I'm like, I need to, play something
Are
else.
you PlayStation, Xbox, PC guy?
Xbox and so PlayStation also. I was telling my brother the other day, I was like, yeah, like a year and a half ago, I got my wife a PS5 for Christmas, and she's played one game on it.
Oh man!
But that's no, she is, but it's primarily because like she hasn't found a game that she is super excited about on that, because we both play Xbox as well.
Yes.
And so I think she's going to pick up Stray though, because
Oh, that looks like a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
Stray's a
One
lot
of
of
our
fun.
podcasters, Kevin, he's played.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Kevin
Christian, you played it
finished
too.
It's fun. Yeah, I'm in the middle of Horizon Forbidden West. That game is
really?
huge. I love that first game, but the second one, it's great. It was fantastic. I'm like just trying to push to get to the end, and then I'm gonna jump on Stray. But Stray, I played like a couple hours of it. It was a lot of fun. The beginning of that is like heartbreaking. It's like,
oh no,
don't you spoil it? Don't you do
but
it?
it's great.
No.
It's great. It's definitely great. I recommend it.
I mean, Red Dead. I can't decide what a better story was between like Red Dead and Last of Us or Last of Us 2.
Ooh,
Like they're all just so good. Like I wish I could forget those games so I could play through them again like fresh, because they're just.
I had this conversation yesterday, and I think Red Dead 2 is like my all-time number one favorite game. Last of Us and Last of Us 2 are like in my top 5, maybe like right under that. But it affected me, man. Like the ending of Red Dead 2 affected me.
I know. It's just, it's so good. Yeah. It's funny how like it takes so long to develop games now, like really develop good ones now. But when you play a game like Red Dead, you're like, okay, that's fine. Like, take your time, because
it's worth the wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, and Grand Theft Auto 5 had a wonderful story as well. I mean, like, it was great, but then Red Dead, it's just like that's how I would love to see like a Red Dead like mini series or something. It'd be so good.
Yeah. I think it's just like masterful storytelling. I think like they telegraph the ending like more than like only like a third of the way through. How this is going to end. How bad this is going to get. And like my girlfriend finished it before me, and she was like, "You have to finish it. We need to talk about the ending." And then like she was over my shoulder like watching me play, and then I finished it, and she's like, "Well," and I'm like sobbing, and I'm like, "You need to give me a minute." Like, man, I didn't realize how attached I was going to get to Arthur.
Yeah,
and I would love a miniseries. That'd be great.
And Last of Us 2, like the way they can make you go from hating someone to like, it's just, man, like that was crazy. Like, because you're just like, oh man, I hate this character, and then they force you to play as her, and you're like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I've gotten into, I can't tell you how many arguments about specifically that character and defending that character to the death.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the greatest like characters in video games. Amazing what they did. And people just don't want to give it a chance because they're so attached to other characters. And I get it. It's a testament to their storytelling. So.
Yeah, and so also like Spider-Man is so good. Like it's just the gameplay on it just is incredible. Like,
oh yeah,
the fact that you can be swinging around, and if there's nothing to attach to, you can't. Like the old ones, you just like web to the sky and you're fine. But like the little details they put into it are incredible, and I'm really excited to see what they do with Wolverine.
That's gonna be awesome.
I saw today there's a Marvel Gaming announcement thing on, I think, like the 8th of September or something. So I imagine hopefully they talk about that a little more.
I'd love to see some gameplay, that at
Mhm.
the very least.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, they just knocked it out of the park, so I'm kind of glad that they are the ones who are going to be handling the Wolverine one. That Avengers game, I was yikes.
Well,
No.
high hopes for it.
Yeah.
It was
Solid
just so
good.
it was so transparent that it was just like a, microtransaction.
Yeah.
And like gameplay as Thor was fun. Like, like swinging your hammer around and like throwing it and calling it back. That was fun. But it's just like, it was so grindy that it's just
so repetitive. So yeah, there was like,
Mhm.
even like the environments were completely repetitive. Like all the bad guys were repetitive. The gameplay, all of it. Like some of the voice acting was cool. Like they had some like top notch voice actors, so I can't complain about that.
Yeah, the fact that they seemed like just off brand, like even anything like that's supposed to, like that's the graphics are like that good that aren't the actual like likenesses from the MCU. It just feels like discount Avengers.
Yeah,
With the big lots Avengers.
That's exactly how it felt. Yeah.
exactly.
You guys remember Shadow of the Colossus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
my
man!
god! I wish somebody would do like a new, like they did that other game after it, but I never really got into it as much.
But it wasn't Shadow of the Colossus.
No,
Right.
Shadow of the Colossus just like, for being as simple as what the objective was, like you had to kill these things a different way. Some of them were kind of scary, like the smaller one that was like a tiger. Like I remember that thing stalking me, and I had to go in the water because it couldn't go in the water. But when I first encountered it, it was ramming the shit out of me, and like it was stalking me up and down that lake. I'm like, what do I do? And my brother's like, what do you do? I was like, I like that kind of a scare in a game,
Yeah. There's some of those games that like I can't get into, like Dark Souls. One of our designers has always played those, and I'm just like do you hate yourself that much?
I know.
It's when you start hating life because you can't make it, past that first part, like Bloodborne, same kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like you're going and you just keep dying and dying, and after a while you're like, this game seemed cool, but
And then you watch YouTube videos of people beating it with a Guitar Hero guitar, and you're just
Yeah.
And I will never be that. Yeah. I know.
Like those people that go through those Mario stages, like that's insane.
Oh, the super hard ones.
That sort of thing, like I don't know. I guess it just makes me happy that I didn't spend that much time getting that good at it. Because
right.
It's crazy.
It's like the people in Street Fighter that memorize the sprites so they know what move you're going to do next.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a little too much.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little much. So let me ask you guys, what are your favorite, like, best action figures so far?
That Casey Jones figure is, and I love the little like Eastman and layered little Easter eggs that you guys hid. That's really cool. But it's a beautifully decoed figure. Like the mask is just like perfect on there. I don't think I've seen a bad paint job on that. But yeah, to me, that Casey Jones is kind of a standout.
Awesome. He's so good.
Like
the glow in the dark one, where it's got the like teal accessories and the little blue streaks in the hair and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, I was going to say Casey Jones, and then I was thinking, well, because I had Slash, Guns N' Roses from when that first came out, because I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan. But after fiddling with this guy for the whole day, I mean, it's got to be Shredder right now. Like the poses and everything you can get with this. I'm just imagining that, all the photos and whatnot I can get for this. It's just so cool. And with the different accessories he comes with and whatnot. I'm really blown away by it, and I can't wait to get my hands on a red shredder, like the comic one in that pack.
Mhm.
I'll have to hit up, a diamond to get that ordered because that looks amazing. But man, yeah, this shredder
Yeah.
has to be my. He's taken the cake so far, but I still have a few to go through. They're staring at me right now, but.
Mhm.
What about you,
Yeah.
Jason?
Me? Well, right now, because I have a few also in box still in their cardboard prison, but my Comic Con Mirage Studio foot soldier, like that just
Mhm.
takes me back. Like that was always the darker form of turtles that you didn't like because we grew up
Yeah.
on the cartoons, and then I started reading those comics, and they were a little more dark, and I liked it
Mhm.
dark and
Mhm.
gritty, and that just the poses you can get on him with. He comes with a couple of different like it's a spear, and I believe it's a big axe.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
the poses I'm doing a review on him, and just some of the poses I've got him in, it's like, wow, this is unreal for a $20 action figure. That's great,
Yeah. Yeah. It's really crazy how much is packed into these. Like, just like, say the shredder. So you've got like the butterfly shoulders. Then you like it's got a like a swivel and disc, and so like you can get like it's got like the swivel bicep, and then sometimes they're a little stubborn. Yeah, there we go. So like really getting in there, like you can.
Look at that.
And you wouldn't think you'd be able to do that with the shoulder pad, but that's the same
Right.
with this one. Like I didn't think I was going to be able to get that kind of range of motion, but
Yeah, and it's crazy because like I was a little hesitant on some of these at first, because like the shoulder joints can be a little stiff, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna break this thing, and then you realize it actually,
You can take
has
it. Yeah.
it's got like a lot of range, and then like the double jointed bicep, or I mean
Yes.
elbow, like,
Oh my, yeah,
and
that is so great.
the wrist, like just there's just so much range on it. Yeah, it's crazy, and then on top of that, like all of the accessories, the swappable hands, like it's just they're so
That was like
good.
the shredder we dreamed of growing up. Because remember back in the
Mhm.
'80s, we had a blue shredder with no shirt on,
Yes.
and like that rubber head.
Yeah.
Yes.
that damn rubber head.
And the real cloth.
And
Yep.
The real
yeah.
cloth.
Yeah.
And you're like, can't
He
we
was
just get a
stuck like
decent
hunched
shredder?
over, like
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah. That guy.
yep, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Mhm.
Can you
Old
squeeze his head
school.
for us?
Is it rubber
So I
head?
think no, this one's the reissue. Like that one's
okay.
the
Okay.
yeah. So he's got the plastic head. What about this guy?
Yes.
Oh, see, look at
That's
that,
sweet.
man.
That is totally
Mhm.
badass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
That was a
these
sweet
guys.
figure. Yeah,
Um,
that's awesome.
That's the one from the 4-pack, yes?
this was from our Walmart exclusive, I believe.
That's the 2-pack.
The
Oh,
2-pack. That's
right.
Yep.
yeah, it was this shredder and then this elite foot soldier.
That was a scan the QR code at con, and
Yep,
yep.
the midnight.
Oh, that's good. I have it ordered. Once it ships, yep, I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah,
it looks so nice.
Yeah, and so I've been seeing the comic bundles pop up like at store. We've got there's like an end cap that I've been seeing I believe it's the Leonardo and Raphael maybe, but these guys.
I saw Leonardo and Raph at a Walmart. The
Look
other
at
day.
that.
Yeah,
On a shelf like
Makes
that
you not
with-
want to open them, but at the same time, you can open them, display them, and you still have
Mhm.
the awesome looking box too.
Yeah. So like, I wanted to put the weapons there. So if you display them, you can display them like that,
That's so
or
cool.
you got
Love that.
That
names.
looks so cool, man.
And then use the art from the actual comic for the cover, just because it's so
Right, from
good.
IDW. Yeah.
Mhm. And then modeled the inside after like one of the old ads from the old comics, like, so yeah, it's These ones,
Right.
yeah. And what's crazy is I've seen the comics that you get in those sell for like people. I think I saw them for like $100 on eBay. You can't find the actual best of IDW comics anywhere, but you get that plus a figure in those. Like,
Right.
it's
Why
a
wouldn't you do it?
no-brainer. Yeah.
Right. I just saw those hitting. I saw the I think like when I talked to you, my comic shop got the Turtle Wave in, but I also saw
Mhm.
this wave starting to hit Walmart as well. So
Mhm.
we're starting to see a lot of really cool, best action. The Foot Soldier, like the different color 4-pack. That
Video
one's
game
super
rush.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have that up here.
So good. That packaging design just makes me happy. Like,
Oh man,
it's
it's NES great. Yeah.
mhm. And those cheat codes on the inside flap are actual cheat codes from the NES version. So
Oh,
they are
Nice.
fully functional.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
see the attention to
Mhm.
detail, man. That's so cool. That's awesome. Well, we are about out of time, but before we go, Sean, I want to see. We talked a little bit about what is coming out down the pipeline. Is there anything we missed that's coming out from Loyal Subjects in the next few months or so?
Um so the Street Gang Turtles, let me grab the different variants so I can show those real quick. Those are going to be
Oh heck
hitting
yeah!
Target.
Those are
They're
awesome.
Target exclusive. They're going to be hitting Target this fall, and there's so much to them that so they have the regular version. Let me grab a box so I can kind of show this.
I think I need to be the completist on these ones. These are so cool.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man.
That I seriously love these, and like I've gotten one photo done of them that I'm really excited about, and then I'm working on setting up some shoots for more. So it's these guys,
Oh wow.
Oh look
and
at that.
it's the inspiration is from the first episode with Usagi. You saw the turtles like wearing these leather jackets and these sweet high tops
Yeah.
and sunglasses, and no one had done these. And I'm like, we've got to do this. Like, it's just they're so cool.
Yeah.
And so we've got a couple of chase variants on them. So one of them are the Windbreakers, which our other designer said it perfectly. It's like, when we were thinking about making them just the jacket the same colors like the bands and stuff, he's like, I didn't think it would look good, but now seeing them, it's just like they might be my favorite variant of them. Like they just look so good. And then as I showed one earlier, let me put his glasses back on. Yeah, so the leather
That is
jacket.
the money right there.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
and so like the shades come off on all of them. There are there's a head swap, multiple accessories, and what's really cool is each chase has different accessories as well. So it's like
something that wouldn't come with the regular version, right?
right. So so you've got like Leonardo that comes with these swords on the regular version, which I love those swords so much. And then on the Windbreaker, he comes with these swords. And then on the leather jacket, what does he come with on those? Oh yeah, it's a different set of swords. I've got my Tab O accessories here. Let's see. Yeah, so it's like a color swap on his other swords.
Oh, nice.
oh, so that's
And
cool.
then they've also got I think it comes with this shell phone. And we've got a few different shell phones. If I can grab them out of this box. Yeah. So, and this is one of the most insane things deco wise. So we got this tiny little shell phone, and then
nice.
inside,
Oh,
see
April and him.
April.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Then there's this one with little Krang.
Krang?
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's cool that they get a call Krang.
Uh-huh.
I mean, so since we're getting all of these with their jackets and the glasses, are we getting an Usagi Yojimbo, or is that something you could talk about?
I can't really talk about that right now.
Okay. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yes.
But what I can talk about is also it's one of those but wait there's more moments.
Nice.
So with these guys, they also have another chase variant that's a prototype, so it's unpainted.
Oh, that's cool.
Super rare, and then they come with collector cards that are also chase elements. So you've got
Oh, look at that.
these
That's
foil,
really fun.
yeah, and yeah, the foil cards are so good. So there's just a lot to these, and I like. It's hard for me to say what my favorite thing is that we've done, but these are up there. And there's just so much more that we've got planned that I'm just beyond excited about, and I wish I could talk about it all. It's weird being like on this side of things and seeing, how far ahead you work. Like there are things that'll come out like next year that I'm like,
That you're working on.
oh yeah, I remember working on that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very nice.
But yeah, so the street gang turtles, like that's what I like. Definitely, everyone should check Target, and like I think probably like October, like probably around then. Yeah, they're fire, and then
That's awesome.
I can't wait.
waves and waves after that. So like we're definitely going deep on turtles, and yeah.
I can't
Take
wait.
my money.
Right. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sean. Thank you for coming in and talking with us. And I hope that we can get you back once we see more stuff coming out, so we can bug you again and geek out about turtles and video games and all the fun stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Happy to just geek out.
Yes, this was awesome.
Oh, and I saw a comment pop up from JR's Toy World. Hey, all, been selling best action stuff for TLS for months. A great product. So, shout out right there. That's awesome.
Yeah. Very nice.
But yeah, make sure you follow the Loyal Subjects or all of your social media. They always have cool things popping up. And be on the lookout for more reviews for Loyal Subject stuff right here on Pastrami Nation. I know I'm working on stuff. I know Jason's got some stuff in the pipeline. So yeah, we want to keep spreading the goodness and keep an eye out Target, because you're going to want to get those turtles. Those just look amazing. Awesome. All right. Well, make sure you guys follow Pastrami Nation as well across all social media, including TikTok, because we're on TikTok now. We have over 1,000 followers. It's pretty cool. So come check it out. And again, thank you so much, Sean. We really do appreciate your time.
You, absolutely.
Thank you to everybody who tuned in, and we will see you in 2 weeks for our next episode. All right, signing off. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.